everybody. Trish here from Pinky's Farm. Today is December 31st, 2021, the last day of 2021. So Happy New Year coming up to everybody. Hope you had a great Christmas. I did have a great Christmas, and there is one thing that is really special that I want to share with you today that I received as a gift. Otherwise, I'm really glad Christmas is over. You know, once it comes and goes, I'm done. I'm ready to move on. I'm just a move on, keep going forward kind of person. So let me show you this unbelievable gift that came to me from my mother. For starters, it's just in a gorgeous box. This box is so pretty the way she decorated it. This is all sparkly, glittery. And it's just one of these pretty little hat boxes. Isn't that gorgeous? But what's inside is the real treat. Because my mommy busted her wallet open and bought me this gorgeous Tana Liberty Tana lawn. Isn't it a gorgeous ditzy print? Pink and navy with daisies. It is everything I ever dreamed of in fabric and more. I absolutely love it. She could not have picked a print that I liked more than this. This I would have picked all by myself. I think there's like 4 yards here. It's huge, but this is just butter. I mean, it just feels so good. There is just nothing else in the world like Tana lawn. And you know, I think it's everyone's dream to just work with some really super high-end fabric, and lucky me, I'm gonna get to. So thank you to my mommy, because she knows me so well and she nailed it. Check mark for her this year. Other than that, I haven't been doing anything sewing related, other than I did work on this little cart that goes in my sewing room. It's just a little cart to keep all my bits and bobs in, and you'll see my cute little sticker. I will put the name of the Etsy shop where I got that sticker because I just had to have it. I mean, it just seemed perfect. Where am I going to sit this? It just seemed perfect for that spot, because that's where my seam rippers and all the stuff that takes up so much space on my sewing table. I get so tired of just my sewing table getting junked up. I want space on there open so I can, you know, lay fabric out, cut things, open my pattern instructions out and stuff. And so that's why I made the little cart. And when I saw that little sticker, I just knew that had to go on the front of this cart. So that was pretty fun. What else has been going on? Let's see. This week has just been all about really home organization. Even though I do work from home and I'm home all the time, I just decided to take this whole week off of everything, any type of work related, because my husband is off this week, and I thought, oh, we're going to get up and do breakfast and have coffee in bed and sleep in and stuff like that. So it's been really nice. Starting tomorrow, though, back to work. Got to get things going with some of my side gigs, and just need to get some attention and effort back into my money earning. But I'm also going to be putting some attention into my sewing. That Liberty Tana lawn, I'm thinking about turning into this pattern, called 7948. And I love the view it shows right here, and I think all that detail would be really pretty with that fabric. I might just, I'm not sure about that sleeve for where I live. I might have to go with the short sleeve, but, or even the sleeveless, but I'll definitely put these ruffles on, because I think that fabric would really respond well to all that ruffling, and I just think it'd be so pretty, or gathering. So I think it'd be really pretty. So that's on my list of possibilities of dresses to make. Of course, I will twirl that, because I'm not going to cut that Tana lawn until, I don't even know if I'll ever be able to cut it, but I'm going to have to force myself, either my mom will kill me. What else has been going on? I did get all of my fabric scraps together. I kind of stole a page out of Jen's book from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, who, as we all know, is the curator of this wonderful channel. Down here, there's a kitty laying in it right now, but there's all my scraps rolled up. Hi, Romeo. Don't let us get in your way now. Make sure you're comfortable. He loves to lay up in that scrap pile. And usually he kind of nestles up in there, but this time I have them all rolled up nice and neat. So, yeah, it doesn't look like he's too uncomfortable though. So let's see what else has been going on. Really, other than that, I've been playing with paper a lot. This little cart that I made or put together and set up for all of the bits and bobs on my sewing table. I also made one for all my scrap paper and just journal making supplies. So I've been doing a lot of organizing. The other thing that I organized was my makeup. I had makeup that I've probably had for, some of it I've probably had for, I'm ashamed to say, 15, 20 years. And then I have brand new makeup that I don't even wear. So, you know, I've probably worn makeup 4 or 5 times this year. But I had so much makeup, it was just ridiculous. So I decided, as part of my preparation for the new year, I was going to go through all of that makeup and just purge it. And boy, did I have a purge. I took every piece of makeup, now not skincare, but just makeup, and I did it out on a huge table, like a 6-foot table. I just dumped it all out on there, and I just started picking through it one thing at a time, separating, you know, brushes, mascara, highlighter, whatever it was. Each thing had a pile, and then I went through that pile and I decided which one I was going to keep, and that was so hard. There was a lot of expensive makeup, you know, that went out to the garbage can. I mean, I had to say goodbye to some of my favorite Bobbi Brown, but, you know, and some other really expensive stuff, but, you know, it's old and it's not healthy to put that on your skin and in your eyes. And so I just had to let some of it go. And so I was letting go of the stuff that was the oldest, and it felt horrible to carry that out to the garbage. But once I washed my hands of it, I was good. It was like, okay, done deal. I accomplished something. Check the box. So other than that, I've not been doing any sewing. I want to, and I'm in the mood. You know, we've kind of been back ramped up with COVID again, and they're encouraging people to kind of hang back, not get into crowds and, you know, parties and jammed in stores and stuff. And, but I know when this cold snap comes, I'm going to be motivated to sew again, because it does that to me. And so, I don't know. I would like to go to Joann's, but the last time I went to Joann's during COVID, I don't think I told y'all about Sty Guy. One time, it was in 2019. It was January of 2019, and we were locked down. I mean, we had not been anywhere in so long. A lot of stuff was closed. People weren't working, but Joann's was open. And one Sunday, I had just decided that I had had enough of this place. I'd had enough of these people, and I was getting the hell out of here. Okay, and so I said, I'm going to drive to Joann's. It's a pretty good little clip to get there, but I was going to go over to Joann's, look through the patterns. They were having a pattern sale, and that was just enough motivation. 99-cent patterns were a motivation for me to get out of the house and risk it, you know. And when I got there, there was a guy that came in right about the same time, big buff guy, and he took up a lot of real estate. That guy, he's a pretty big guy, and him and I were both headed straight towards the pattern catalogs. And we got there, and he went straight to the first drawer, and he had his mask on. He walked straight in, went to the first drawer, propped his phone up on the counter, got his girlfriend or wife or whoever she was on there, and they FaceTimed, and he went one by one through every pattern and showed them to her, and she would say yes or no, and he would either put it back or throw it in the yes pile. Well, they were doing this for quite a while, and so I had sat down at the pattern catalogs, and I leafed through all those and made a list of what I wanted, and, you know, sighed a lot and twiddled my thumbs, tapped my fingers, and he was clueless. The dude was completely clueless that someone was waiting. And because of social distance, I just didn't want to get right up there next to him. And like I said, he was a big guy, so he took up a lot of space. So I thought, well, I'll walk around Joann's for a little while and shop and see what else they have they might want. Did that for 15 or 20 minutes, came back. He had finally made his way down towards the other end. So I go up to where the first of the drawers begins. open the drawer, I start pulling patterns out and looking, and he looks over at me to tell me he was sorry for hogging all the space. And when he looked at me square on, I know I just did a jaw drop. I mean, I was just like that. I looked at him like that. And because I was just stunned, because this guy had the biggest, giant, oozing, seething, bloody, angry sty on his eye. And I mean, his whole eye was red, and it just looked like it was throbbing with a fever, and it was just oozy. And I mean, that dude should have been home taking ibuprofen, okay? He should not have been over there handling all of the patterns that I was handling now. And that's kind of how I felt. When he went to say, oh, I'm sorry I took so long or whatever, I was just kind of like, oh, it's okay, you know, kind of, because I was stunned into immobility. I was just, you know, laser beam focus on that freaking science fiction that was coming out of his face. You know, that thing, I mean, it was so big it needed its own zip code. That thing just, I mean, it was awkward. I knew it was awkward. The guy knew it was awkward. And, you know, the sty probably knew it was awkward, because it was like, you know, being birthed out of his eye. Oh, so gross. Needless to say, I had just fingered through all those same patterns that Sty Guy had fingered through. And so I was just like, oh my God, you know, he's going to give me his stupid sty eye. So I got my hand sanitizer out and, you know, bathed in it, and got my wet wipes out and cleaned the drawer, and went through the patterns with one finger. And, you know, clueless Sty Guy, he went on his way eventually. But yeah, that was traumatic. That was the last lockdown. Don't ask me how I got off on this tangent. I just get off on these stories. I don't know how I start them. But anyway, that was the last lockdown when I was in the mood to sew, and it was cold outside, and I feel like that's coming on again, and I sure hope there's no Sty Guy there. But anyways, where do I go from here? I think I'm pretty much done. I've organized, mostly just organized all week. So back to work tomorrow. Got to get back to working. Got to get back to real life of things like laundry and cleaning house. And I did get a vacuum cleaner for Christmas. And yeah, I'm always torn. Is that a real gift or not? You know, is that a subtle way of someone saying you could do a better job on the housework? Either way, I will do a better job on housework, because this thing is cordless. And one thing I have been wanting and bitching about for a really long time is that I just want a cordless vacuum, so I don't have to stop and plug in and knock things over and move furniture to get to an outlet and stuff. And so I've got a super nice cordless vacuum for Christmas, and it's just like you can push it with a finger. It is lovely. So it's almost like some kind of play right now to use it, but I'm sure that will change really fast. What else? Is there anything else on my list that I did? I have been doing a lot of paper play. I've been working on my 2022 journal setup, getting the artwork started. And other than that, that's really about it. Just enjoying being on a little vacation. And Tootsie's going on a diet this year because she's a little chunky monkey. Let's see if we can see her. Here she is down here giving me the side eye like, what are you talking about, woman? But she's just getting way too fat. And frankly, so am I. So me and her are going to go on a diet together. And I'm not going to do one of those crazy diet things. I'm just going to go back to eating normal. My husband's a type 1 diabetic. I think I've told y'all that before. So he has to eat really healthy foods and low fat and, you know, low carb. Not low fat so much, but low carb. So I think I'm just going to go to that diet too. Anywho, so I'm enjoying my Coca-Cola today. Once a day. I just have to have one of these little miniature Cokes midday. Now, if I can't get that, I always will go and get my Froco, which I've told y'all about. And I don't think there's nearly as much actual Coca-Cola in a Froco as there is in one of these. I'd like to compare the calories and the sugar, but sometimes this is just what gets me through the day. This is not a paid advertisement. This is stuff that I need, okay? I need that. I need these. I've eaten so much candy and cookies. I thought that all the candy was done. And then yesterday, somebody brought me a big giant box of Godiva. So I've been diving into that. That's why they call it Godiva, because you dive in and you can't get out, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to quit rambling and I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to say, I hope you had a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever it was that makes, you know, that you do. I hope it was wonderful. I hope you have a safe New Year. My husband and his buddies are headed right now to the firecracker store, as they call it, to buy fireworks for tonight. So there will be no sleeping at my house tonight because those idiots are going to be out there shooting fireworks all night long. So I'll probably just have to belly up, have a glass of wine or a bottle of beer and join them. Sit by the fire out there. They'll have a bonfire going. And just see which idiot gets hurt first. Isn't that horrible? Yeah, but after a while, they start doing dumb stuff like, you know, fire jumping and playing around and just acting like dum-dums. But anyways, it's entertainment. All right, folks, have a wonderful week. Talk to you soon. Bye.